Oh, leave me alone. Stop tormenting me. Leave me be.
I've got the 17mm 2.8 Zuiko, and I've also got the 25mm 1.4 Lumix Leica lens. I think I might find a composition here.
Wake up! Wake up!
All right. I promise. I'll like, I'll share, I'll subscribe. I'll even watch the videos to the end and I'll make a comment. Oh. Buzz, it's all been a dream.
Wake up!
During the meanwhilest.
During the meanwhilest?
No.
Oh, hello. It's me on my own today, and I'm heading down to our little woods to top up as usual the bird feeders there, and try to get a photograph and then process it all down here. So I got my Fujifilm X-H2 with a 100 to 400, got my Leica 65mm f2.8 macro, and I've got, what else have I got? Oh yeah, my tripod, obviously. And did I say I got my iPad? Yeah, I got my iPad. I got an M1 iPad Air, so I'm going to attempt to get an image when I'm down here and process it all on location. Probably won't work. I probably won't even get a picture now. That's what'll happen. But anyway, I'm getting out of the house for the first time in a long time now. For those of you that don't know, or if it's your first time watching one of my videos, I've got a blood cancer called multiple myeloma, which I contracted over 10 years ago, spent nearly 8 in remission, and then coming up to my 2nd anniversary since my relapse. Now, everybody's journey with myeloma is different and is unique to them. And for me, I can handle, to a degree, the bone pain. I can handle, to a degree, the horrible daily nausea, loss of appetite, that sort of thing. But the hardest thing for me, and oh, they look nice, all those ferns. That might make for a decent picture after. The hardest thing is fatigue. And the last couple of weeks, that fatigue has hit me really like a truck. All I've wanted to do is, well, I've got to be in bed, basically, and lie down and sleep. But then you've got the other factors come into play, like the pain and the sickness, and they stop you from sleeping. So the fatigue gets worse and worse. It's like it's a vicious circle, isn't it? Anyway, I put that all to one side today to come down the woods, and I'll probably fall asleep down. You watch. To send a search party out for me later. But so I've come down here to my usual little haunt to attempt, as I said, to get a picture. Might be of a bird, might be, me, of a leaf, or some leaves. There's lots of interesting lichen around at the moment. That's quite nice. And I did spot those ferns back there, so they might make for something quite interesting. But in the meantime, I'm going to slowly stroll down here, leave some food on the way, Got some suet pellets for them. Leave some food on the way, and then we'll have a sit down after we fill the feeders and see what happens. Right then, see you in a bit. Oh well, I got down here, topped up the feeders, and just like last time, there is not a bird in sight. Nothing, not even, listen. It's not even a little tweet or a Twitter. So I don't think I'll be taking any pictures of any birds, but what I have spotted on my way up to fill a little feeder is a stick. I know, Nick, give up. A stick. It's got some lichen on it though, and it's got another stick next to it, and I'll show you what I'm looking at in a minute, and I'll get my phone out and take a phone shot. So I'll probably end up. There's one other stick lying. Oh, no, I'll explain it after. So I'll probably end up just taking that, to be honest. I've even got my lucky Izzy Abulila guaranteed image hat on. It's not worked today, Izzy, mate. Not worked. I did, however, on the way down, as soon as I put it on, I found like, I don't know, this urge, uncontrollable urge to put a 10-stop filter on. I managed to resist, but some of your thought processes must have rubbed off on this hat. And as long as the sawdust rubbed off on it, Izzy, we're good, we're golden. So, sorry, mate. Right, so yeah, I'm going to take a picture of this this lichen-covered piece of rotten wood. It's how I roll, you know. It's how I roll. This is where I am in my usual little spot. I'll show you that bit of wood now in a minute. I'm looking at, that's really nice, isn't it? The base of that tree. There's no image there, but I don't know, it might be after. If I get the macro lens up right close, we'll see. We'll see. This is what I'm looking at, image-wise. We've got this lichen-covered branch here. There's another fallen branch next to it, and then you've got some of this rotten old bark, but I don't want this bit, so I'm going to move. And strangely for me as well, I don't want a leaf in my image. So I'm going to carefully move that out the way. I will put it back after, just in case this is some sort of creature's habitat. But yeah, so that is what I'm going to take a picture of. And then, once I've taken it, I'm going to sit down up on my little bank up there and try and process it on my iPad. It'll probably all go horribly wrong. There's probably no battery on it, the card reader won't work, something will go wrong. And I'll end up having to do it in the house. But anyway, for now, let's get this picture. Obviously, it's going to be macro lens jobby. I will need to focus bracket. I haven't got focus stacking software on my iPad. Right, I'll focus bracket, and I'll do that when I get home, but I'll shoot one at like f22 or something to try and get as much depth of field to process an image down here. Right then, that's the plan. That's the plan. Let's get the tripod out. Right, well that's all the images shot. I did 2 at f22 for the purposes of processing it down here, and then 2 focus brackets. Always shoot 2, at least 2 anyway. So you've got a safety backup in case you've missed any frames out. Anyway, I've put this branch back. There it was. Right, sorry about that, a bit close. I'll put that back. Right, I've got my iPad out, got my card reader. If this works, it'll be an absolute miracle. But I've just realised I don't know how to do screen recordings on an iPad. So if I got an internet connection, I'll search for that first, and then we'll do the business. Is it? Right then, I'll have to put you down for a second though, because I can't do all this and hold a camera. Oh, it's going to go wrong, innit? There we are. Anyway, can't fault me for trying. Right then, I haven't fallen asleep yet either. Right. Well, I've actually amazed myself here. I've managed to get the photo off my card into Lightroom on my iPad and start a screen recording. I have to be quick though, because there's only like 15% of battery left. So I'll put you onto my screen now and chat you through what I'm doing. So yeah, I don't know. Right, okay. Oh, this screen's a bit reflective. Right then, what I'm going to do first off is have a look at the exposure, and that looks pretty well spot on. I shot it all in manual, so if there's any problems with it, then it's all down to me, innit? So what I'm going to do though, I think, let's just boost contrast a little bit to about +10. Raise the shadows just a tad. Again to about +10. I like to work in whole numbers. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to today though, because A, my hands are cold, B, this battery's running out quickly, and C, I can't think of a C. Right, so colour wise, let's have a look at the colour mixer. I'm going to try and boost this aqua a little bit. So let's try and I don't want to do the global saturation, do I? Let's turn that back to 0. Alright, this aqua, I want to try and... Is that doing anything? See, I don't know how this works now. Right, thanks. I very, very rarely... That's not doing anything to that, is it? Let's try the green then. No, I don't want to do anything to the... greens are quite... I'll use my usual, where I boost the hue quite a lot and reduce the saturation in the greens. But what's this? Is this blue then, this thing? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, that seems to be doing the trick on the blue channel. So I'll increase that just a little. This F22 shot, I'm quite happy with actually. Turn that off. Because everything seems to be in focus. Well, pretty well, everything's in focus. And there's not much in the way of diffraction. Right, let's have a look down at the detail tab. This is what I usually... where's my... Oh, see, I very rarely use this effect. Here we are, texture and clarity. Right, and I'm going to boost texture. Boost clarity. No need to do anything with dehaze. Don't want to add any grain. Right then, sharpness wise, this is sharp enough. That's sharp enough. I do know what these bits do now. Optics, remove chromatic, whatever. Geometry. Don't need to do anything with that, not to crop it or anything yet. Yeah, right then, let's go back. Maybe a little bit underexposed. Oh, there we are. Yeah, if I drag it up by 2/3 of a stop or so, that's a little bit better, isn't it? Right, I'm quite happy with that. God, that battery didn't last long, did it, doing this? Just as well. Just as well it was a quick edit. Right then, I'm going to close this down. Close that. Shut my iPad down, because it's going to shut down anyway. Take my card reader out. My, what is it? Sabrent CF Express Type B card reader. Very good piece of kit actually. Very, very fast. USB-C connection. Right then, and that's it. So what I'm going to do now is start to stroll back home, and then I'm going to have a look at those ferns, those brown ferns. They look quite interesting, didn't they, on the way out? So I'm going to have a look at them, and probably end up taking a picture of those. My Izzy Abulila hat. Maybe Izzy. It'll work for me today. Right then. But no 8-minute exposures. Right, let's pack back up and get back on the road. Get back on the road home. I think I'm going to ask Lisa to pick me up rather than me walk back up that hill, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Right. See you back at the house, I would imagine. Yeah, I'm going to go back home now. I will stop and take that picture on the way, but you won't see me doing that now. And next time you see me, I'll be back home. Ta-ra. Well, I wasn't going to film this bit of getting these ferns, getting an image of these ferns, but I figured I'd have to just not talk you through getting the image, because I needed my full concentration. It was quite windy, and they're blowing about a little bit in the breeze, so I needed full-on concentration to shoot my focus bracket. But I'll turn around and show you, what I was faced with when I got in here. It was all a little bit overwhelming. I mean, how do you spot an image? How do you spot an image amongst this lot? Well, I did, and as usual for me, it was a leaf that came to the rescue. Where is it? Where to by are you? Where is he? There we are. That's it. This leaf here came to my rescue underneath this bit of... Ooh, I've moved it now. Underneath this bit of bracken. Good job I got my shots. Yeah, underneath that pile of bracken was that leaf. No, it's 100% me, this image, isn't it? Because it's a still life study. It's a focus bracket, and it's beige. And I think that just about sums me up at the moment. Everything's very, very beige. Anyway, I really am now going to ring Lisa to come and fetch me and get home. So the next time you see me, it will be in the house, I promise. Well, here we are, back in the warmth of my my little home office / studio after my little trip outside, and as usual, it was overly ambitious. I reached just that little bit too far. I mean, if only I'd taken my laptop with me, really, innit? Or then again, if only I'd charged my iPad, perhaps, or if only I'd learnt how to use the mobile version of Lightroom. But I didn't. If only story of my life. Anyway, it did serve its little purpose. I got out of the house, which was a novelty for me at the moment. This fatigue, this malaise I'm going through at the moment. I can't remember ever feeling this tired before, even first time round with my my illness. But then I spent most of that drugged up and asleep. So I don't know. Maybe it was just as bad. But this fatigue is lingering for far too long. But yeah, I got outdoors, and these are the 3 images I shot. I'll pop them up on screen now. This first one is the f/22 ultra narrow aperture version I shot, where I tried to get as much as possible in focus and then process it on location badly, as you've already seen. Even at f/22, being that close with a 65 or 100mm equivalent lens, you're not going to get everything in focus. Next up, though, is I think it's either a 9 or a 10 image focus bracket of the same scene. Much more, I think, on point. I think you'd have to say a much more pleasing edit. And then lastly is the picture of the ferns that I got on the way out. And as you would expect from me, there is a picture of a leaf involved. I know, it's what I do. I take pictures of leaves, all right? Get over it. Anyway, yeah, I've got a few, well, quite a lot actually, of videos planned, but it means getting up off my backside and getting outdoors and either finishing them, the part filmed ones, or film them all together. I've nearly finished one looking at a high-res comparison between my XH2 and D800E. I say nearly finished. I need to get out and actually shoot the images, and it's not really finished at all then, is it? But next Tuesday there is a video, a Tech Tuesday video, following on from my top 5 must-have accessories. I've got a top 5 must-have dirt cheap accessories video. So there we are then. If that kind of thing floats your boat, if you're an AliExpress or an eBay dredger, then yeah, get your credit card ready and join in. Right then, until then though, as usual, just be nice to each other, okay? And we'll see you on Tuesday. Ta-ra.